Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the unnamed Shopify Rebellion podcast. Today we have some new guests. We have Seos, our support, Bvoy, our AD carry, and returning Reven, head coach of Shopify Rebellion.
Hello. I'm happy to be here, Tanner. Thank you.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome.
So, looks like we have some questions for ourselves today from our fans, our beautiful fans. So the first question, what happened versus Team Liquid? I think let's start with the players.
We lost.
How did you lose?
No, I mean, game 1, I feel like they messed up on the bot dive. Should be harder than it was. So the game was like good. We have a good spot, I felt like. But felt like we just didn't play sequence too well. The Herald fight, we didn't fight too well. And then we get a split fight around the blue buff. And then like when you lose these fights and they already had like 2 drakes, there was nothing much room to come back, I felt like. And yeah, I think game 2 was a complete disaster. So since early game, so it was a kind of hard draft too. When the enemy's ahead, they can just kill anyone they want. So yeah. What's your opinion, man?
Game 1, to be honest, like, at least both matchup, we didn't know, like, exactly information, how we should play.
Yeah.
We could play, we could get more, in, like, level 1 to 3. And after that Fed dive, I felt really strong in lane pace to 1-3-1, but it was really hard to find the angle using our players to play around me because we already both top that game, and then we had some like 2 team fight. After that, it felt really hard to play. And game 2 is... we got stomped in lane phase, so... There's
Game
nothing
2,
to say.
you are cheating, no? Just farming CS.
Yeah.
And the game is over. I'm like...
What was your viewpoint on the game, Sam?
I think game 2, in matters of draft, there were certain adaptations that we could have done without saying the exact specifics, but we could have catered it in a way that we're more prepared for. But similar to last week's game 2, I think draft is not of any relevance when the game is hard from 10 minutes. So game 2 is just, we played bad, and that happens. Everything's fine. I think game 1, we could have played better in a lot of team timer moments, but they were just better at those. And it ultimately came down to like 1 or 2 team fights around mid game, and they were just more coordinated around those timers. And those are just signs of a good team. I think even though in comparison, it's not pretty at all. Like at the end of the day, we got stomped. But I think up until those 2 moments, specifically in game 1, I actually think we played fine, and the practice leading up to that week was fine. So it's funny how I think in comparison to the loss to FlyQuest, this week's was a bit more, at least from coach's perspective, a bit more understandable, even though that's just weird to say because of people only see face value results. But yeah, I think they were just a good team, and we got beat by a good team.
Yeah.
I think last week was more of us just stumbling over ourselves a bit way more. But this week they were just a good team, and we can't make those type of mistakes against a good team and good players.
Yeah, I think that goes for all the best teams in any region. It kind of feels like they really pick up on individual mistakes fast, and then as soon as you fall behind a little bit of gold, they just keep the tempo up in the game, and it's like super suffocating. And I think game 2 draft, yeah, like Sam said, without going into too many details, like we could have made it easier for the team, which I think kind of goes into prep from last week. Like, I don't think we had the best read for that game, but kind of irrelevant, kind of not, like every draft. And that's an alarm going off on my phone. Absolutely unprofessional podcast going on
Wow,
here.
Tanner. I
Sorry.
expect more from you, man.
But yeah, I mean, it's always good to play versus the best teams on stage, especially because I think we took a lot from game one, because especially the timers where we're strong. If you fail to execute on that, it just feels really bad. Just executing your game plan, it's like a simple concept, but actually doing it in high pressure scenarios is always difficult. So, I think Team Liquid is obviously a very good team, and yeah, they played like a very good team. So I think that's all you could really say. For the next question, this one is going to be for Seos and Bvoy. What have you guys learned playing in the LCS the past few years? And this question is from Linmanuella.
I mean, there is a lot of things, but a lot of things should depends on like the meta. So the league changed a lot. But for me, especially when I arrived, I felt like I wasn't as smart as the other supports here about like map movements, like when to like attack a side laner, when like get pressure if you're AD carry on mid waves. So I felt like I was behind on this aspect about like macro in general, where to go, where to ward, when to base, because I felt like here teams was way faster than the Brazilian teams. Against like a lot of Brazilian teams, you have a lot of space. So even if you're not like on the right time on the side laner, you'll be fine because they'll not be there to dive your side laner. But when I arrived here, I felt like teams here are more smart about this and they play faster. So this was one thing that I felt I improved a lot last year. And this year, I think it's a bit early, but the meta is a lot around bot lane, especially bot lane phase. That last year wasn't really about that, especially because swap still exists. So if the matchup was hard, you could just swap and whatever. But this year, there's a lot of focus on like bot matchups, like a lot of mages supports on both sides. So I feel like I'm improving slowly on this aspect of the lane phase, especially early game.
I mean, before I joined Shopify, I play in the minor league. Like in the minor league, they don't really catch my mistake in lane pace, especially like greedy play or like my positioning and wave control. I learned it a lot against like strong team in HS ball laners about the things. I mean, other than that,
Nothing more, right?
nothing more. Like I mean,
You were the GOAT.
I'm 80, so I just follow my team.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like so much of what both of you are saying is just so much of the small details. Like the best players can just pick up on all of the small things really quickly. And I think especially for support, like every single second that you waste in that role is like a second the other team gains in a lot of ways. And I think the best supports in the league, they're just like really on top of like, okay, this play is over, reset the map, I'm going to go do something else.
Yeah.
And then if that doesn't work, they do it again. And they have really good communication with their AD carries to know if like, okay, I need you on this mid wave, or I don't need you on this mid wave. I can survive. And yeah, just like these kind of things, I feel like support, the best ones, there's like a huge like skill gap a lot of the time because they won't actually recognize why that's important. And then, I mean, for AD carry, obviously that's probably the role I know the least about because sometimes I watch bot lane and I'm just like, yeah, that's bot lane. Like I watched a Core JJ triangle video like 6 years ago. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like that's like my bot lane laning. But I also I duoed with Zinni yesterday. We were playing Karma Yunara bot. I was Karma, of course, and we were smurfing. But you know, that's I'm trying to get a little bit better. But Sam, what do you think? What like when you think about the LCS and like joining the LCS, what are kind of like the big things that you like pick up on or learn quickly?
Two things come to mind when I just translate playing in the LCS to coaching in the LCS. I think in my very first year, I was a bit starstruck with like my first roster was like it had Fudge, Blabber, and then later on Sven. Like I think I don't want to say the level of the players because I don't think it's that big, but I think their ability to formulate arguments, going back and forth in between feedback, like I think, but all that being said, they're all still players and they still make mistakes. So I think that was something in my first year that I had to let go of. Like these guys are still human players and they make a lot of mistakes and the lens should be the same. And then second year, like the more their years went on, I think it's just developing a niche or a team's strength as fast as possible is just super effective. Because if you, in any strong team in recent history, I feel like you can almost categorize their gameplay, like any of the champions, like you know how they play kind of thing. Like when Fly was playing, it was like, oh, Inspired will like full clear and then lead their dictate his laners to like play at a certain tempo relative to his tempo, and then their top lane is very vocal, so he will get timers to impact the map, etc. I think every team that is strong has a certain way of playing the game, and then I think setting that as fast as possible, even if it's not the most efficient per se, I think is just the fastest way to victory. When I look through all the champions that have been in NA whilst I was here, like every team had like a specific niche. I feel like no one is perfect, and they just have their own way of winning the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best teams they find ways to replicate game states constantly.
Yeah,
Like especially if I think about FlyQuest last year, it's just Quad always played alone, and Whippo pulled a lot of pressure top, while Masu and Busio were just strong in lane phase. And it was just like, it felt like if you played against FlyQuest, you knew exactly what they were going to do, but they would still beat you with it, no matter what. And I mean, that's definitely like a big skill. Even back in like 2019, when probably my most successful year as a player, we just started like swapping to Rift Herald no matter what, every single game, even if my bot lane was going to lose like 3 waves. And we just did it on repeat and got so good at it that it started to become like our meta. And then we just like went to Worlds because of it. So I think like that's a good point for coaching.
it's like you don't need to be great at everything. You just probably need to be great at 1 or 2 things, and then do that over and over and over again until someone breaks you.
Yeah. On to the next question from Carolyn. What ways can other players and staff help new players to the LCS get adjusted? So I guess academy players or imports, like what ways could the people already here help the new people get adjusted? Maybe I'll start with you, Sam, because you're probably the most experienced out of the 3 of you.
I feel like I'm not bad at it, but I was honestly, my first reaction reading this was they kind of have to be open to the experience to begin with. Because I feel like almost immediately, because I've seen so many Korean players like go into Brazil, Mexico, NA, it's like the players themselves need to be able to like welcome just Western society, culture, language, etc. And then from there, you can like, I think I'll relate this to a point that, remember when you, me, Zinni, and Bvoy went to, was it Bvoy too? Went to the burger place?
Yeah.
I think you can never, ever have a civil war between the imports and the natives. For me, that's the bare minimum. But then, in actuality, that happens way often, more than people think, where the Koreans just always talk to each other, or like, and then the foreigners feel left out. So like, what if they're talking shit about us? And then like, there's this weird hostility between usually the Koreans. We have a Brazilian here, but usually the Koreans and the domestics in whichever team. I think as soon as that happens, that team is just cooked. So I think fostering an environment where there is no barrier between the players is just most important. And that has to do with if they really need like Korean translation, then you can do it at times. But trying to make them listen or speak to the best of their ability first, and then adding on top, I think like babying their experience into how to get adjusted is the worst thing you can do.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think the first thing you said is pretty big. Like you can't allow cliques to be formed, or else it's like it feels like there's two teams within one team, and that generally, I mean, it happens even with like full, like let's say American teams. I think that happens, but it also happens easier, I think, with imports, especially if you have like 3 or 4 Korean players, or like let's say 2 Korean players and 2 Korean staff, and then like the staff will get cut in half, and then the players get cut in half as well. Like I've experienced this like a long time ago when I was playing pro still. I don't know. I guess we could ask like Bvoy and Seos, like since you guys have the direct experience as like players coming into a new region, kind of like what helped you, or what did you guys try to do as like into this new experience? Like you guys basically uprooted your whole life to come to Los Angeles to play.
I mean, I feel like depends a lot on the person, but I can imagine it's for Koreans can be harder, because for me I think it was kind of easy, you know. Like here is like not really different from Brazil, and like I already could speak the language, so this was way easier to like talk with my teammates. But I already like live on situations that like a Korean are coming to my team, but he don't really speak English, and he's kind of alone. So I know it can be really hard. You know that you like my experience. The player that are already on the team, you need to like step up and talk to him. You know, like I don't know, like go eat with him, make him feel like make him feel home, because yeah, it's a hard experience. Like you say, you're just giving up everything to go to like the unknown. So I feel like it's really hard. So you just need to, in my opinion, you just need to like have good teammates that connect with you, talk with you, and don't let you feel like alone all the time.
I would say like you need some like friendship.
Yeah.
It can't just be purely work.
Yeah, you can just.
I feel like if you're an import and you are on a different time zone than all of your friends and family, and then you go to like work or scrims, and then that's it. You don't have any like kind of more relationship with anyone outside of that. Super isolating. So,
Yeah, and sometimes the screen will not go well, so you probably feel like, okay, I don't have nothing in my life. You know,
Yeah.
it's the only league, but the team is not playing too well. So
yeah.
I feel like it's important to like have a good teammate around you.
Yeah. I mean, and for Bvoy, I feel like your story is also really crazy because
You live everywhere.
Yeah,
He's
you
Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, literally Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah.
You played in what, China, EU, Brazil, and NA. So you've played in all 4 major regions in some capacity, right? How was it when you first moved? Because you played in China, right? The first region you played in.
Yeah.
What was it like when you kind of like first made that jump?
For Korean imports is kind of easy because like everyone think like Korean imports is like they gotta be good, like kind of no matter what. So like first time like when I see like other people's like met first time, they're really friendly to me. They're really kind to me. What I felt. To be honest, I don't know, like because I didn't felt like I feel like I'm lonely or something every
Yeah,
time.
to be honest, both of these guys are super independent.
Yeah,
So-
that's true. Your home is the bot lane.
Yeah.
Summoner's Rift.
Did you do anything special to help Zinni get adjusted? I'll say it for him. Bvoy normally never walks. He either Ubers or bikes back home always. But because Zinni was here and Zinni wanted to walk, he walked with us around 3 times. I think those little moments that don't
good.
seem that big
Yeah.
are actual big things. Oh, I just want to be around him to make him like feel at home or like I'm there for you type of vibe. Is something that he probably subconsciously does, that doesn't seem like much, but it is. Those kind of small things.
And then he got sick and so he never walk again.
Yeah.
I mean, Bvoy, you're like Zinni's big Korean brother, no? Kind of, in a lot of ways.
I mean, I already say to him, I don't want to really friendship with you because I think you need to friendship more than, more more than me.
With contracts? Yeah.
Because like, if Koreans friendship, like Koreans like each other's like, he's not gonna learning English too, and he's gonna keep talking to me, you know.
Is that why Zinni always wants to play duo with me? I think I finally understand. Like, because Zinni is always like, Tanner, you want a duo? And I'm like, I have no idea what you want to do with me, but of course I want a duo. You're gonna carry me. And yeah, I mean, I feel like what I try to do is just like be their friend when they first come. Like, I don't know. I took Zinni to In-N-Out yesterday. Just wanted to get some American experience. I got him the In-N-Out hat. Maybe you could like put it on the screen right now. He's so cute, and you know, also just important for them to like know that it's a serious environment. It's not also just like purely fun. We are here to win. We are here to work. But since we spend so much time with each other, they need like some kind of friendship, I believe. So, you know, just got to make sure that they're as well-rounded as they could be when they're here, because yeah, it's a lot of time away. Okay, next question from CloudSidky. How have you incorporated Bvoy to Worlds in the office? So obviously Bvoy to Worlds and this entire subject comes from an interview I did with CloudSidky. And something I mentioned in the interview is that like I really want to get Bvoy to Worlds because you've been a pro player for what, 8 years, I think, something like that. And you've never been yet. And I really, really want you to get that experience. So something that I tell a lot of the players is like, do it for each other. And that's like something I try to like spread within the team is like, you want a sense of like community and you want a sense of like doing something that's bigger than yourself. And what I was telling CloudSidky is that like, I tell like Juan, for example, or contracts, or I was telling Palafox this too. It's like, let's go to Worlds, not just for ourselves, but for our teammates. And because I know how hard you work, that I really like that's like a passion for me or something that I want. I can't wait to see your face when you make it to Worlds, because that's like a feeling that I want everyone to experience. And I feel lucky that I had that experience. So that's what I was talking about in the interview, is just like, you know, getting that experience for the people who haven't had it yet and working towards that.
Well, right now we need to get Bvoy to playoffs.
Yeah.
One step at a time.
And start from there.
Let's get Bvoy not eliminated from lock-in.
Yeah.
All right, next question from FlashieBangVT. What are the meals like at Shopify Rebellion? Do we have a personal chef on standby, or do we order through delivery apps? So at Shopify, we don't do a standard food system. Everyone's food is kind of up to themselves. I would say that half of us every day walk to a Whole Foods that's nearby, and we eat Whole Foods. We usually eat the hot bar or one of those like pre-packaged like healthy meals that they have. At least that's what I do personally. I mean, I guess everyone can just speak on their personal experience, because I know, Seos, you're like a complete freak with what you eat. So you can explain that.
Like I find a Brazilian chef that work with Brazilian Valorant teams. So she already make them food. Then I talk to her and she agreed to make my food too. So I just eat like same every day.
Yeah, the same thing every day for like months.
Almost 1 year already.
It's crazy, no?
Yeah. I mean, what
I
can
respect
do?
that.
Yeah, I like Brazilian food and it's healthy. So
Yeah.
I'm old, you know. I can't like just eat like junk food
Yeah.
all day. So I just eat my rice, beans,
It's like
some meat.
It's so commendable. Like, I look up to you for that because I feel like I struggle with like my relationship with food, but you are just so on point of like every day, this is what I eat at the same time, no matter what. And whenever me and Sam like make you play like an extra game at the end of the scrim day, you're like, come on, man, I need to eat my beans and rice, man. Which is funny.
Yeah, and it's easy because you don't need to like choose to. I don't like to like choose what I want to eat like on, I don't know, Uber Eats or something.
Yeah. What do you do for food?
I mean, I don't like to choose my food too. So we order the like there's like Korean chef. I don't know how to explain, but the Korean chef who make the randomly Korean food, and the order delivery guy to pick up here, and we get it in the morning. Yeah, and the dinner like we eat that food because like that food is like a lot.
A lot.
Or
So there is
I order something.
is a Korean chef that make the food, and then you like just say to the delivery guy to pick it up.
Yeah,
But it's like a restaurant or
it's not a restaurant. I don't know how to explain.
It's like a team chef, I think like TSM's.
Yeah, I heard
Chef,
that he
yeah.
used to work with like almost every LCS team.
Yeah, yeah.
Before?
I've had it before.
Yeah.
So me, Tanner Damonte, Fudge Cakey, almost always usually go at 11 a.m. to Whole Foods to wait for the hot bar.
Someone's
wait-
gonna pull up at
Yeah.
11 a.m. at the
we,
Whole Foods.
we wait there like seagulls, get our food. That's how we deal with. And then usually at 5 p.m. we go again to we just went today.
Yeah.
And then that's about it, to be honest. Beyond that, it's like if we feel like a snack, we'll maybe get a snack. But usually me, Damonte, and Fudge's meals are always from Whole Foods. Contracts occasionally comes and goes.
I will say the Shopify Rebellion snacks that we have at our office is completely goated.
yeah.
So shout out to Shopify Rebellion for having
Thank you, Shopify.
completely goated setup. Next question from Liam. When analyzing or reviewing a series, is there any difference between a win versus a loss? Other than the fact that it's our Nexus that we lost and their Nexus that they lost. What do you think, Sam? I think this is kind of a coaching question a little bit.
There is always going to be a 5 times difference. I think, okay, I mean, it depends on the degree, but mistakes don't hurt as hard when you don't ultimately lose the game for it and you ultimately just feel like, it's not the end of the world. But if it's lost because you're already feeling the pain, now you just like, for instance, even for us right now, vision as an objective. If you just hear it, it doesn't like dig in as much. But now that we see real time and lose actual stage games because of set things, those points will just hurt more. So I don't think the analyzing or reviewing process necessarily changes, but I just know that it hurts way more and it's just way more effectful after a loss. And a lot of the times when you win or when you're winning hard, sometimes you have to, like, basing for tempo is like you're basically shadow boxing almost, that you should probably base for tempo because something could happen, and it's just stuff like this. So it's just way easier to frame arguments or points after a loss rather than the other way around.
Yeah. I would say like there's more, like if you get punished for making a mistake and it like ends up making you lose a game, especially a stage game, I feel like that's easier to have that memory stuck in your mind versus if you make that mistake and then you win the game, it just feels like a little bit less impactful. But I would say from a coaching perspective, it is like very much the same, as in like, you're not going to not go over those mistakes because it should be like unconditional for how you want to play the game. Like you're not really going to be okay with making mistakes because you're winning. But the effectiveness of the review, I will say, like, can be much better if you lose that game.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I think especially like when you make a mistake and you're still in the game, compared to like when you make a mistake and you lose. Like for example, you probably will make the mistake again, on your screens. And when you make that mistake again and you lose the game because of that mistake, when you you do the same on screens, feels really bad, you know? Like, you think like, well, we kind of lose a stage game because of this, and I still don't fix this, you know? But when it's on a win, you don't feel as bad, at least on my experience. So I think that's, for me, this is the main difference.
For me, it's huge different because like some people say we better to lose because like if we keep winning with the bad habits, we are not gonna fix that bad habits. But if we keep losing with that bad habit, we're gonna fix no matter what because we're gonna keep losing if we're gonna fix it. So, like, I heard a lot of time it was better to lose this time. Yeah, I mean that's.
Well, the classic saying of lose is improve.
Yeah.
But I do you guys think that mindset is like bad at all though? Like
The lose is improved.
no, not the lose is improve mindset, but like is it something to strive for to be like, okay, even if I win this game, these mistakes that I made are like unacceptable? Because I do think that's also like a mark of a great pro player is like, even if you win the game and you made mistakes, you're not going to go and like party or like go, I don't know, be super excited because it's like, damn, I made this mistake. Like I need to fix that. Thank God my team is good enough to like win that game. So I feel like that mindset is like, not saying that you guys have that mindset or anything. If you guys thought I was flaming you.
I mean, after stage game, anyway, no matter what, we win or lose, I feedback myself like every details.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I lose that game, I'm getting really seriously. I'm getting like stress.
Yeah.
That mistake. But if we win the game and with my like small mistake, I don't think that I'm gonna fix like instantly.
Yeah.
I will keep in mind like this mistake. I shouldn't do it anymore, but I will not like delete that mistake. You know?
Yeah. Makes sense. It's like getting pinched or getting punched.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. Wonderful. The next question from Konman. If you could host LCS in a different North American city for a weekend, what city would you pick? Anybody want to start? Take this one away?
I think Sen can start. He has like the most experience living here.
I don't know. I don't know if there's ever been, but I think like Miami would be cool.
Yeah.
You know, my vibe.
Yeah.
Because I feel like half the time, not even half, majority of the time, it's either New York / Jersey, East Coast, LA / San Francisco for West Coast, and maybe some like Texas for whatever. I don't think I've ever heard of a Miami. Maybe there has been, but there has been.
2017.
But it's been a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Miami's a sick place.
Yeah. I went to Miami in 2017 on Echo Fox, but I was like the substitute for Phoenix. If you guys remember Phoenix, Rick Fox flew us to Miami in his private jet. And like, I was like 19 years old and I was just like, what is going on? What is my life is what I thought going to Miami. And then like, they took us to like parties after the weekend was over. And I was like 19 and I guess I probably shouldn't have been at the parties. So I wasn't actually at the parties, but yeah.
Just
Miami
a friend
was fun.
told you, right?
Yeah. I heard it was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, Miami, I was going to say Miami because the Miami one was a ton of fun and the venue was good. The people were awesome. Where else? I don't know. Like Kansas? Some random place that'd be funny. What do you think, Sales? Like when you think of like a cool city in America, other than like, I don't know, New York, I feel like you're going to say New York.
Yeah, I would probably say New York, but I'm trying to think a different one. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Atlanta? Atlanta is fun? I don't know.
Toronto?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or Las Vegas could be fun, but it's closed. So.
We should do it in New York.
Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas would be cool too.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to say Vegas.
Yeah, one of the fun cities, Vegas or Miami. I also think it's been a while since it's been in Canada, no? Vancouver, Toronto?
Yeah.
Probably Vancouver. Or maybe last Worlds there was. But I think like, yeah. Anywhere, in my head, anywhere that's not either Texas, LA, or New York. Anywhere but those three.
I'm trying to think of like a sleeper city, but There's no sleeper cities, I think. Maybe like Nashville, Tennessee. Is Nashville in Tennessee? I hope so. But yeah, that'd be cool. Go, you know, like go see Cowboys, like real Cowboys in America.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay. And our final question, the most important question of the podcast. Thoughts on our upcoming matchup against Dignitas, against Palafox.
Faker.
Let's start with the players. Let's start with Bvoy.
Go, Bvoy. You go first now.
You want to go first?
No, Bvoy, go first.
Okay.
I think we shouldn't lose. I mean, we shouldn't lose against Dig because of we play against Parafoxy and also like Ignite's going like late because of visa issue. And also, I think our team is better than Dignitas. I think we shouldn't lose no matter what situation, no matter what draft. There shouldn't be like, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think,
Yeah, I
Sales?
mean, I'm pretty confident to play against Dig. I think like they weren't even playing with their full roster until last week, right? So they don't have a lot of practice time, and I just feel like we are a better team. We have better players, so yeah, we should win.
Yeah, fuck yeah. The boys.
Yeah.
Sam, what do you think?
On one hand, it'd be quite epic and pathetic if we go 0-3. The dig part with Palafox is just a cherry on top. I think the going 0-3 into not working for another 3 months is quite epic in and of itself. But it also just crossed my mind, if it does happen, we'll be 100% rock bottom, and there's like only up from there. So, but yeah, it'll just win at all costs.
Yeah.
I just envisioned it in my head while you guys were talking about it, and it was like the most rock bottom ever.
Does it feel like there's more pressure on this match? Like from what you guys are saying, it feels like, must win.
For me, no.
I don't feel
think
pressure.
Just League of Legends?
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
And we probably have one more BO3, right?
Yeah, after that.
If we win against Dig, so it'll be a fun day.
Yeah, a little doubleheader day,
Yeah.
which is pretty fun. I mean, honestly, I think these kind of matches are the ones that we get paid to do. They're like we live for in a lot of ways. It's like elimination match.
I mean, I prefer playing like finals. I think it's better.
Yeah, I mean, of course, finals is better, but you have to win this match to get to the
Yeah.
finals, and like the matches after.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't know, when everything is at stake, that's like the most fun, honestly. And it's always fun playing against. Come on, man, why are you laughing?
Everything at stake at the bottom.
Well, I mean,
I just think I didn't have too much of a big problem with the format, but it's just like whoever it is, because if Dick loses, they're after the season too, right?
Yeah.
I think it's just so insane that whoever team that loses on that day is just out for the next 2 months.
Nah.
I don't know how
One
long
month
it
and a
is.
half, I think. Is April that starts the.
I'm
Is
pretty
17th?
sure,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the lock-in tournament, so it's not
Yeah,
exactly like.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a small tournament.
Yeah, it's
right?
not the
Like-
spring or summer split. So they're trying to do something quick for everyone. I do think it's obviously a little bit lame that you can just get kicked out after 2 weeks. But I don't know. Like I said, I really like these matchups. It's just like, it feels like everything is on the line, or else we're gonna have to oink for like a month, and that's obviously like not ideal. I don't think anyone wants to like sit here and play solo queue or like scrim without any matches to play, because matches are just like, that's the whole point of why we're here, is to compete on the stage and to win those games. And that's how you improve the most, is playing those matches. So obviously, whatever team loses, it's like you play like 6 games and then you're out of the tournament, which is just like, honestly, super lame. But at the same time, it's like the most fun. I'm looking forward to like the end of Sunday, that feeling that you'll have of like, nice, we like put in that effort this week. We lost a TL, we improved, now we beat these two teams and we're kind of like back in the race, you know?
Yeah.
It's like that it's something to chase after. And I don't know. I'm excited for Sunday to come. Obviously, a lot of anxiety on the match, a lot of emotions and feelings, but that's what we get paid to do. And that's what makes competition fun, at least in my opinion.
I agree. It'll be fun.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for joining the Unnamed Shopify Rebellion podcast. It was a great episode with the boys. And yeah, thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you.